Hello guys, it's D. Watson Jr. from the Janice Key Project. Episode, I guess, 2 of the podcast blog. Then we'll take this episode to tell you a little bit about me and the Janice Key Project and spend a little time building one of the sets. Okay, so first of all, what is the Janice Key Project? Janice Key Project is, long story short, my goal is to photograph and catalog everything Halo as the perspective of Mega Constructs, Mega Blocks, Mega Brand, Mega. So, and why I'm doing that lends to who I am and how I got into this project. Okay, first of all, let me backtrack here. I am building set number, what is this number? 96852, the UNSC Arctic Wolverine. So let me get some pieces together, make sure. Oh yeah, this is this. Okay. Go in there, you. Man, I sure hope that was the right piece, because that was very hard to get in there, and it might be impossible to get that out. Yeah, okay. So this is the Arctic Wolverine. This will be our very first hunter that we would receive in the Mega series. Wait a second, guys. Before I start talking, let me get this. Okay, that wasn't as hard. And the head goes here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hang on. Big body, little head. Oh, man. Man, y'all see that? It takes a lot of effort to get that in there. Now they gave us these two little things. I'm just going to put these off over here because I'm not sure what they're going to go to. But I guess I'm going to need them sooner or later. Okay, this is our first hunter. Well, let me kind of combine two things. How I got started in Halo. Well, when Halo first came out, I was more of a G.I. Joe person. So I didn't really... I've always liked sci-fi. First of all, I'm a little bit older than most of your average Halo fan. Got a Halo YouTube on there playing in the background. Went to a commercial, but I'm probably older than your most average Halo fan. But when I heard of Halo, I was in college. A friend of mine went over to his, actually we were out of college at this time. A friend of mine, co-worker, went over to his house, and he had this video game pulled up. And what I really remember about the game, to be honest with you, was him driving a little green Jeep in this circle, trying to get it to loop over or do something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Yeah, that's more like it, I think. And that was my first experience with Halo. As we went on and we played the game together, I just never really, like I said, I was big into G.I. Joe collecting, and so I didn't really get into the Halo from McFarlane or Mega Block at the time, or anyone. But I always thought it was cool, and I really enjoyed the storyline. Put you over here with our Marine. Be sneaking up behind it. So I never got into it, collecting it anyway. Fast forward in life, I'm married now. My wife and I have 5 children. Our oldest is in college. Both of the boys are in the Air Force. Our next younger child is a freshman in college, and we have one that is a junior in high school. So we're about to be empty nesters. And a few years ago, I thought I'd go back and get into G.I. Joe. And I was very disappointed in what I was seeing, and that was a no-go. So I remembered, I was on YouTube, bouncing around looking for something, and came across Halo Infinite. I'm like, Halo Infinite? I wonder if it's the same Halo game that Eddie used to play. Sure enough, it was. And what I started doing, because I had no idea what was going on at the time, I decided to go back and look at the cutscenes from all the video games to kind of get back into it and catch myself up. Oh, and I remember this. Right as I was doing that, Forward Unto Dawn was coming out. And so I started watching Forward Unto Dawn and went back and all this other good stuff. And somehow along the way, I discovered Mega and the Mega Blocks and their Halo. So I said, I like these. And so I started collecting them. And I remember I bought a huge set on eBay. And I got it back and I started putting some of the things together. And the problem I ran into was I couldn't figure out what went where. Couldn't find what figure went with what set, any of that stuff. Nothing. I was clueless. So what I did, I looked around, Facebook, found some Facebook groups, and I asked them, I would never forget this. I asked what set does this piece go to? And I think 4 people gave me 4 or 5 different answers. I was like, ugh. All right, what about this piece? What set does this figure go with? What's the name of this figure? Again, I got more answers, and none of that was really helpful for me. So, excuse me, searched the internet, found the Mega Constructs website. Well, it was kind of helpful in that it allowed me to find some of the figures, but the big problem is that those pictures are CGI'd and they don't look exactly like the figures that you actually end up with. So I guess I could talk and get busy building. I'm doing more talking than building, huh? But that's kind of how so I got frustrated with that. And don't get me wrong, Mega Site is a good site. Okay? The Mega Construct site, was a good site. They've changed it now, which is another reason I started this project. But it's a good site. It's a good marketing tool. Their website is designed to be a marketing tool, and it is very good at being that. However, it is not very good if you are a collector and you're trying to match pieces up. And that's what we needed. And I had that with G.I. Joe, but again, this isn't G.I. Joe. This is Mega Constructs. And so I realized that no one is doing that. There is no such thing. So I decided, let me see if I can get somebody else, talk to some other people to do it. And that's when in the process, I met, let me say this. I actually went and I spoke with email Brickman117, and he gave me some good pointers, helped me out with identify a couple of things, and I really appreciate that. And actually talking to him And I told him, I expressed to him my concerns of the lack of a identifying tool or whatever. And he said, he actually kind of encouraged me. He says, you need to, if that's something you want to do, go for it. The community really needs something like that. So that's what I did. That's how I got started. And this is not right, I don't think. But anyway, so my endeavor. Hang on, guys. If you've ever tried doing this, this is not as easy as it seems. I don't know how Simon does this stuff sometimes. Make sure. First of all, yes, this way. Okay. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I get the space right. I am not at all sure about the spacing. We're going to go like this for now. Yep, it looks about right. Yep, we'll go with that for now. If it's not right, we'll figure it out later. Okay, so anyway, so I decided, well, you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about, but that's what I decided to do. And that's what I did. And I got started. So what I've started doing is I try to get sets that are new in box. Because what I started off doing was just getting pieces, and I said I was going to piece them together. The problem I ran into with that was if it's not new in box, you don't know if you have all the pieces. Now, got to the end and been missing several pieces. You don't always know. I've found a case where I wasn't 100% sure if this is a piece that went with, this is the figure that went with this set. And sometimes I wasn't. So I decided, you know what? Just going to go back, find these sets new in box, and go from there. And that way I know what is in the box. This piece, this figure goes with this set. And there is no question, there is no maybe, this is what it is. And that's what I've been doing. So if you would like to, this is so confusing. No, it's not. I'm sucking at this right now, guys. This talking and building is more than a notion. So that's how I got involved, was through a friend. Just never really never enjoyed the storyline. I was just never a real collector. Messing up here. And never got too far from it. Got back into the program. Started following it up, and bam, here we are. Me. Doing Halo. Building sets. Trying to talk and build. Not being very successful at that part of the aspect, but it is what it is. Get 2 of those. I need 2 2x3 plates. And these 4, those are wheelbases. Yep, that's what they are. Okay. Got that done. This goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go there. I guess that's supposed to spread out, be equal on both sides. Yeah. One thing that I will say that I've said before in another video was how surprised I am at the improvement in quality that Mega went from 2009 to 2010. It is amazing how well these pieces, the improvement that they went through. Last year, a year before, last year I built the what was that thing called? Not the Falcon. See now I'm upset because I can't think of the name of this piece. The rotating one with the rotating. They don't rotate. Hang on a second, guys. I gotta figure this out. The Hornet. I could not remember that for anything. Oof. That was crazy. That 2009 Hornet gave me PTSD. Putting that thing together was a nightmare. I was ready to take a sledgehammer to that. I mean, if I hadn't already bought some of the current Halo figures at the time and bought some of the current sets, and I knew how good they were, and I had bought that Hornet, I would have never gone any farther. You put pieces in, you put bricks in, they would literally pop back out. Put it in, it would literally pop out. The brick cohesion, word I just made up, was horrible. It was a nightmare. But all of those 2009 sets, they had issues. Bricks weren't sticking together. They would either pop out or slowly ooze out of place rather. But 2010 rather, pieces started getting a lot better. And I'm just amazed at how fast they made such a big improvement in their figures. So that's how I guess I got started in the Halo. Through a friend, watching a video game, fell in love with the storyline. That's how I got started with the Jansky project. Me being somewhat anal, I guess you could say, about putting pieces together and wanting things to match up. Decided to do this project, the Jansky project, and start getting all these sets together and categorizing in historical and showing historical things. And another thing about the Mega website, Mega Constructs website, and I know it's not Mega Constructs anymore, it's Mega Brand. No, it's Mega Unboxed, I think it is. One thing they did was take the content from the Mega Constructs website and moved it over and left out some material. That is literally all they did. Now, in the Mega Construct site was missing material as well. Some of the blind bags weren't on there. A couple of the sets weren't on there. I actually went through the Mega Constructs website and put every set that was on their website into an Excel spreadsheet divided up by year based on their websites. One of the first things I found wrong was, one, they were missing a couple of sets. I'd be on eBay and on Mercari looking for something else. I'm like, what is this? This doesn't look familiar. Oh, it's a set that's an actually Mega Halo set that wasn't on the website. There are a few blind bags they're missing. Now, this is funny. The figures for these early blind bags are on the site, but the set itself is not on the site. So again, their site was meant for marketing and not for collectors, which is fine. I'm not knocking them for that. Just what it is. I started to make this a live and have people ask questions about the site. And I'm glad I didn't, because I'm having enough trouble building and talking as it is. And yeah. Okay, so we need 3 of those, 2 of these, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Two of these, 1 of those. Okay. All right. So that's who. Let me turn this up a little bit. All right. Hey, if you guys have any questions and you're watching this video, please feel free to throw your comments, questions in there. I'll be sure to get back with you and respond to them. Oh, by the way, you can follow me, of course, on social media, all social media platforms as the Janice Key Project, or the Janice Key. The website is thejanicekeyproject.com. It is up and running as of the recording of this video. All of 2009 sets are up, and the 2010 sets are starting to go up. Man, I'm just on step 5. A long way to go. Yes. Boom. One thing I love about Mega, let me tell you, are these marbled bricks that they have. Let me see if I can find a good example. Yeah, see these little marble? This is awesome. I'm going to tell you guys something. Lego has nothing on Mega. Now I take that back. They have years of being in business that Mega doesn't have. I hear a lot of people complain, want Mega to do. They wish Mega had a site like BrickLink and other Lego-based sites where you can order spare parts, extra parts, and that's good. And I hope one day Mega is around to do that. But they're only able. Lego has been in business for, who knows how long? A very long time. Let's just say that, okay? And at least 60 years, I know. So they have a little bit of, they have the capability of having a, Mega doesn't have the time in the business at this point to launch that kind of sustainable, be a site like that and be sustainable where you can just order parts. Now I think they're getting to that point. One thing that kind of hampers them from that Lego doesn't do is Lego has decided this is our theme, this is our blueprint for how we want to look. If you look at look at a Lego set, you can just look at a set and tell it's Lego because it has kind of a theme to it. And Mega doesn't do that. I mean, Mega has properties all over the board. And if you really think about it, Lego has their main Lego City. It has Lego City. They have Lego Friends, and they have Marvel. They have DC, and they got that. Can't even think of what it's called right now. That Chinese, Japanese playset, and that's it. Everything that they have is built around those 4 or 5 properties. If you look back in Mega's history, they've had Barbie, they've had Aliens, they've had cartoons, they've had sci-fi, they've had horror. They've gone from, now think about this. They got Call of Duty, Mega. They have Hot Wheels. They have had Aliens. They've had Terminator. They had Barbie. So they've had a lot of different properties. And those properties have different textures, different color schemes to them. And if you look at Lego, they don't have anything that I would say is quote unquote dark. No, just think about it. The darkest, I mean, they have Batman, but nothing in their Batman or DC looks really dark. Everything they have is happy. So, that's what you get with Lego. So when they go to stockpile their bricks, if you look, they have a lot of colors, but there's nothing dark. They don't have no dark palette. Their darkest colors are dark red and a dark gray blue, or bluish gray, as I think is what it's actually called. And that's it. Everything else is, most of the other colors are pastels or light colors. And I'm talking and not building. Gotta build. Need 2 of those, 3 of these, this one here, and what I got here? 2 of these. Yes, 2 of these. So let's get this on the board here. This goes here, takes up those 2, goes down the middle. Yep, that's right. Put that there. Just 2 here. Put these here. So the Janus Key project is, like I said, getting back on track now, is going to catalog everything Mega. Everything Halo via Mega. Let me make that clear. Not everything Mega. And Mega also had Smurfs at one time. This is a good solid vehicle. So while I'm doing this, and I built these sets, put in the comments below as you see this. Like I said, I've done all the 2009. My favorite 2009 set, and I understand this is somewhat debatable depending on what you consider 2009, 2010. I'm going to come back to that too. I want to make a point about that. My favorite 2009 set, Warthog. Yeah, it is my favorite set, and it was my favorite build. The Scorpion takes a second place. Everything else was and that Hornet was trash. It was trash. I love that concept, the ideal of the Hornet, but the execution was horrible. So this says I need 2 of these. I need 3 4x2x4s. One of these bracket pieces over here somewhere. One of these bracket pieces. 4 1x4 plates. Oh, and I've done a couple of customs, and I am not afraid to mix Mega and Lego together. So I need 2 1x6s. Oh, here we go. Here's the other one. Another one of it. I have a couple of customs that I have done. I'm very proud of my customs, I will tell you. They're not Brickman 117 quality, but they are mine. No, let's do that. Yeah, right here, right here. And then we'll do the same thing over there. No, we used to do that up. Wait a minute, guys. Yeah, hang on a second. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had a phone call. What was I doing here? Okay. Guess we're gonna repeat this process over here. I have no idea where I left off, so I'm just gonna yeah, there. Get that there, it's here. Guess we're repeating this process on the opposite side, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's those, and I got these two and this left. So you go in here to balance that off. You guys, wait a minute, why do I have another one of these left? Oh. Yes. And yes. I just must be where the track part goes. Okay. And then you come down in between there. Yes. Here. All right, we're at step 8 now. How many steps are in? How many steps are here? Total of 32 steps. Total of 32 steps. You just knocked out number 8. Okay, let's get to number 9. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna stop this video for here. It's 30 minutes long. Stop it and start a second video. Be next episode.